Okay, we are back now for race 7 of the Xfinity Series in the regular season. We got 3 races to go after this one, just to lock yourself into the playoffs if you haven't done so already. A few spots available, but a couple of, I don't think we've had one double winner yet actually in this series, so that's pretty exciting to see. We're focused here on a new player or a new driver that was hired after Ethan Baker got released after his another poor performance at Talladega. I thought for sure somebody would have picked him up, but I guess not. He's going to miss one race at least, but he is replaced, succeeded by Matthew Price at Tax Slayer Dodge Challenger. So Greg Shetner feeling it was best to bring somebody else in to potentially finish the season off in this this car. So we'll see how he gets on in his first race. It's going to be a tough one here at a road course, but I'm sure he can handle it. There is Price. I miss him. Ah, right there, 28th. So he's got some work to do. You can see the times here. If you're here for the truck race, you can see that times are a little bit quicker. I think the fastest truck time we saw was around 1:15. That's pretty much the slowest time we got here for the Xfinity Series. So these cars are a lot quicker around this 2.45 mile an hour or mile road course. Anyways, we'll get into qualifying. It's after the truck race, qualifying here is so important. Not easy to make up spots. Looks like Anderson gets the pole. That'll be his first pole. That's 17 car. It's had some good finishes as of late. I don't know where he is in the standings. I think he's in the playoffs, but I don't think he's locked himself in. And look at who's right there in 4th place. We got Sebastian Alonso, the driver who dominated our first road course of the season at Road America. He's right there to potentially nab another one. Just from the second row, we got Archie McDonald on the outside pole, and Ed Carpentier right there in 3rd place. Points leader Mike Atkinson in 5th, Jamie Watts in 6th, Brendan McLaughlin looking for another strong finish after had some poor ones lately. Right there in 8th or 7th, sorry. Nicholas King 2nd in the points in 8th, and got Chris Murphy Cameron Murphy in 9th, and Freddie John. Nice race at Talladega, looking to gain some momentum after that strong finish there. So let's the rest of the qualifying order. Darby Motorsports not even getting a lap in. What's going on with that team? But they got a lot of work to do. Big mountain to climb now. Torres. I don't know what to say. It's not the road course ringer we saw last season, for sure. So in the truck race, we did see some strategy play out. Interesting to watch. It was, generally speaking, if you pit around halfway, you were good. Looks like they're gonna have to make, be flirting with 2 stops here. It's like in the truck race, they were flirting between 11 to 14 laps. If they could potentially go 12 or 13 laps for their first stop, they should make it on one. But we might see some guys try a two-stop strategy. Greg threatening already. So while we're under the pace lap, we'll check out a new paint I promised Keith Hughes. There it is, the Primal Kitchen 84 Ford Mustang there. Different look from what we saw the last few paints. It seems to be a battle of the craft food brands between the 84 and the 17. We'll see how many more paints these guys can produce before the season's over, but I think we're on number 3 for both of those guys so far. Do we have any other new updates? There was one more, the 21. I'm Trisha in that retro Mopar Dodge Challenger. Previous she was more of a Evernham Motorsports, the mid 2000s. Got that red with the Dodge logo inside. I really like that one. This one's okay. I'm not. I don't like the old Mopar logo, or the old Mopar colors. If I can be super honest, I mean it's cool, but it just Mopar to me is like blue and white, and of course the red for the Dodge. It's still a nice Sheen, Greg. Here we go. Got Anderson on the pole, but we've seen the first two races we saw already at Watkins Glen. We saw the outside pole had the advantage going into turn one, so we'll see if McDonald's could potentially steal the lead here early. Interesting to see how well Alonso can make his way through these cars too. I'm going to keep a close eye on that 29 car. We're green flag racing now. Looks like that outside once again. It's a small edge over the pole sitter on the inside row. Richie couldn't quite clear, and ooh, a bit loose. Looks like he's gonna have the inside now coming in the second S, and he's gonna take over the lead with Alonso looking to steal second now. Like he's gonna clear the 17. Alonso in second. Very strong competitor. McDonald has to hold off now for the next 23 laps if he wants to win his first race. The 82 there of Watts. Steal third position. Looks like Anderson's dropping quite far down the standings already after one lap. He's already potentially lost 3 spots. All I can say is, Matt, you better keep this throwback through at least Arlington. I won't change it. Unless it's an even cooler paint than this one. That's all I'm going to say. Ante looking on the inside now of Anderson. Through the field a little bit here. Nicholas King. Race winner already this season. Second points. In a great season. Seems like this car is always in the top 10 everywhere we go. Finished pretty good at Road America. I want to say top 5 for this team at Road America, so these guys know how to make right-hand turns. I think pit strategy helped them with their position at Road America, so we'll see what they have up their sleeve for this one. Brandon McLaughlin didn't have a great race at our last road course, but damage kind of impeded his march through the field, so hopefully he can keep his nose clean this one and see what the true potential of this 81.5er Supra can do. See, we're still waiting on a paint here from Cameron Murphy, so Jess, if you're watching, please get on that. Dex Imaging is becoming unhappy. Their lack of advertising, paying for it. Freddie John still holding on to 10th place. A bit of a roll, like I said earlier, this team's doing well. One of the youth drivers in the field. The other one mainly being Paul Erickson. And third one. Freddie John, Paul Erickson, Liam Tanner. Well, the 3 youth drivers that I can think of. Through the field a little bit, we got 2 Hustler Racing entries right here. 11 or 12th and 13th. That Meyer Toyota Supra there of Zach Ross. in the playoffs, I believe. So he's just out gating data for Charlotte Roval. I think it's the only road course in the playoffs, so that all these teams need to get data for is that one coming up. That's a fun race to watch. Definitely a short track of road courses if there ever was one. A lot of beating and banging. New driver Price making his way through the field. Looks like he's getting a slight attack from Simpson, who didn't go through the bus stop that well. See, Matt Moss, not the greatest season of all time, that's for sure. It's barely above 30th place in the points. Domino's Pizza Camaro needs some fine tuning. Xfinity team needs some love, like the trucks are getting. Trucks are getting all the upgrades. I was getting jealous. Wayne King, Championship 4 contender in the trucks last season, got promoted. Having a very disappointing season, I guess, according to the team owner Will standards, that's for sure. In the single car operation in the Xfinity series, so whether their plans are to expand or not needs to be seen. Enter the other youth driver in the field. Look here, barely above 30th place right now. We got Vince Curtis and Carlos Perez rounding out your top 30. I think these are all player cars. Oh, we got Erickson, the final youth driver. Cool. Air players, and then Jarvis barely made up some spots since the start of the green. Ooh, got some. There's something there. We had a little bit of dust clouds. Looks like somebody clipped the curb. Torres falling back. Leads us back up to the front. Donald is still holding off Alonso and Watts, but looks like he might be holding them up, so it'll be only a matter of time if they get around him, or maybe they'll try something different on the pit strategy. Who knows? These three are starting to break away from the rest of the pack. About halfway through till our first pit stop. See what happens. Like I said, they're probably gonna have to go at least 12 laps. They're gonna do it in one stop, but we saw some drivers in the trucks start pitting on lap 11. Donald not having a great season so far. I believe he's right down there in the standings. Top 5 finish here would be a nice boost. I don't think they have a top 5 all season. Top 5 would go a long way. A win would go insurmountable away for that team. Of course, Alonso already has a win on the season, so his pressure is off. He's just going for playoff points, really. Another terrible race for Alonso at Talladega. Having a rough time transitioning to these Xfinity cars. It appears to be a strength, though, for Alonso to be good at road courses. Valuable asset. Let's see. Maybe Jess Hanna will keep him. Maybe he's just getting too expensive for the team. We'll see what happens at the end of this season, but now this driver is getting up there in age. No spring chicken. These guys are walking away from the 4th place. Watts wants a little piece of Alonso right now. Gonna get it this time. like Anderson's starting to gain a little bit of traction back from a first start. Must be a better long run setup on this car. Nicholas King here, teammate to Hope Torres, who's struggling right now. 41 seconds back. King has had a complete opposite season from team owner Hope Torres. Great start so far. Won at Daytona. First driver to lock themselves in. A little bit of a train forming here with the 6 car, or 48, 81, 96. Kind of just pacing around right now. We got about a couple laps to go before the pit stop, so I'd like to see some strategy. I don't think the strategy is going to vary too much, since they can probably go about as far as about 15 laps max on fuel. Nice strategies happen in the truck series where they would pit earlier, get that track position, then try and defend the rest of the race. May not be the case so much in Xfinity, we'll see. You can always transfer people. You want, Christian? Fire somebody in your trucks, come over to Xfinity, whatever you want. Your team. You can't fire your own driver. Yourself, really. That's about it. Like Jarvis starting to gain a little bit of traction. Going at 34th. A few spots since the start of the green flag. I think he needs a caution to help in the remainder of that, but I think we got a battle for second now. 82 spots getting on the inside of Alonso. Alonso's gonna have the inside on the second S's, and see who has the advantage going into the bus stop now. Draft does play a part on this straightaway. If McDonald being in front of Alonso, you can definitely see him gain a little bit of momentum. Like Alonso's gonna fend off the 82, maybe not. Still side by side. This is a tricky turn to manage. You're too wide there. Still going side by side. Looks like Alonso's finally gonna clear Watts again. That was a hard charge there. Thing got around Anderson now. That's a good call. Maybe he's just having a good season so far. Bit slow of a start, but trying to gain some momentum. This train of cars has still stayed pretty much same. We're on lap 11 now, so we'll keep an eye on pit road. See what the leaders do this time by. Of course, pit this time, then you're gonna have to go a little bit longer the second stint. Like McDonald's gonna stay out. Everyone in the top 10, 11 is gonna stay out. Of course, if they're gonna pit, you're gonna see them come and use that access road. Like there's no takers. on lap 11. See what happens on lap 12 now. Archie McDonald's led this one from start to finish. Looks like pretty much everyone who started second has won this race. We did a qualifying race. Gallagher. Oh, we got a caution on the track. Go back and see what happens. And it looks like the 48 of Atkinson, our point leader, was involved. Oh no. Might have lost a motor there. See what happens coming into the first S. Yeah, he just pulls off to the side and holds up Murphy. And the car just dies going up the hill. Looks like, I'm not sure if it's a terminal issue, but it looks like it just dies. Causes our first caution. That's going to be good timing for our leaders, who were likely planning on making a pit stop either this time by or next time. So we're under caution now. Pit road was closed going around, so let's see, we should have the whole field come down pit road now, which will be a nice little break for the guys that were further behind, like Hope Torres, and who else was further? Alex Jarvie there. Be a nice break for these guys. We didn't have anyone pit early, so we may not see anyone gain a lot of track position, but it levels the playing field a little bit. Nice little halfway reset. Certainly is not ideal, Matt. I'm going to leave the point lead wide open for King to take over. Had a sizable gap. I think it was like 20 plus points. Oh, sorry, Nicholas King was a point leader. My mistake. Sorry, guys. It's hard to keep track of all the stats there, but Mike Atkinson was still second. He was 19 points behind Alex Jarvie in third. And that's not going to help his point position. Of course, Atkinson has not won a race yet this season, so he's under threat to potentially missing the playoffs with a few bad finishes. Only about 60 points from 12th. Had two drivers finish win races outside the top 12 in points right now. Those two are Sebastian Alonso and Ron Marks. That 13 car. That only leaves the top 10 in points safe from the playoffs. Definitely going to be an interesting finish to this one. Should see everybody come down pit road this time by. It's 10 laps to go. This should be the only... Okay, guess nobody's coming down pit road. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, there are... No. Well, that's strange. It's 2x wear, so for them to go... Looks like we got the 0 coming down pit road. One car has common sense. The 19, couple of oh, looks like the 9 is the only player car to actually come down pit road here. See, the 70 or the 99 didn't even come. So that I am super confused right now because they should only be able to do about 15 laps on fuel. This could leave things wide open here for Alex Jarvie. Excellent call on pit road, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe they don't need to make a stop at all, but I don't see them going that much longer on pit road or on fuel than the trucks do. You lose, I want to say you lose about 40 to 50 seconds on pit road. So even if these leaders stayed out, there likely wouldn't be enough time gained to stretch it in front of Alex, so this will be very interesting to see. '43 is a throwback to Bobby Labonte. Isn't that the Tax Slayer car? He was never. Oh, I guess, yeah, okay, the colors are different. I didn't see that. Yeah, you're right. It does look like the interstate patterned on the side there. I never noticed that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I can see those jagged lines. Yeah. Nice. Good call. I didn't see that before. So, this being a road course, looks like we'll be going green this time by. Get back to racing shortly. I am very curious to see how this is all going to pan out because lap 14, nobody's made a pit stop as of yet. It's like I think Atkinson's going to be Atkinson's a lap down. And the only ones that have pit are the 19, the 9, the 0, 39, and 66. So only one of those being an actual player car, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. Oh, looks like we got some cars coming down pit road as they go back to green, quite a few of them. This is not ideal for a lot of drivers. This is a terrible strategy call. Oh my god. But, oh boy, this is not good. Here comes Sebastian Alonso to green. It's like... looks like the 89 is going to surrender the lead coming down pit road as they go to green. He will gain some time, mind you, because he came down pit road while they were still pacing, but not a lot. I would say maybe 5 seconds at most, so let's take a look and see who down pit road as I went to green. So 89, 17, 2, and I think is that, who is that? I'm sorry. Looks like the 99 finally came down pit road, but this is not a race winning strategy. I can tell you that right now. Right now, we're going to keep an eye on this number 9 car because he's going to have fresh tires. He's going to eat this competition up. Those fresher tires, and he's now got the preferred pit strategy. Unless there's another caution, but who knows. 29 and the 82. I would expect them to come down pit road. See, I was right. It looks like they did have to pit, but I don't know why the heck they stayed out instead of not taking a free pit stop here under yellow. Here comes the rest of the field likely. They are at that maximum window. Looks like the 99 is stuck on pit road. Her race gets from bad to worse. Here we go. Looks like we got like the 19. Brandon Jones is going to inherit the lead now, and everybody who pit under that caution has now got themselves free track position. And a lot of it. We'll see where the 89 kind of filters out from the 29. This will be battle for, I want to say maybe up 10? Maybe 6. Yeah, and you know what? Even if another caution comes out, these guys are still going to have to go through all that traffic with the other player cars or other real cars. So the 89 does get quite an advantage, as the 17 does too, because they kind of pit as they were going to green. So I said about 5 seconds gap. This a bit more than 5 seconds. So a lot of their race is kind of spoiled here. But this is going to be a walk away, at least from a... Oh, and the caution came out again. That is lucky for a lot of people. What caused it? Looks like there's a huge roadblock. The 24. Kyle Simpson not doing his teammate any favors there. Ooh, that's a big rollover. Looks like he kind of clipped the tire barrier. Oh yeah, that car looks done. Yikes. Pretty heavy impact for a low speed corner. So that's not going to help the 9. Going to lose track position, or at least time, but that's going to help the rest of these guys at least. So we're live now. See that gap that these guys got by pitting while going back to caution or green. 9 is in 6th right now. The advantage was 7 seconds, so don't think we'll have anyone come down pit road this time, but that's a huge break for all these guys. I think the 22 is slow. He was involved in that wreck. Nowhere to go, leaving pit road. 24 committed suicide at the tire barrier. The 99's finally taking pit service now. At a tow there. The race is likely finished. Guys, comment on the announcer's curse. How about the commentators or the comment box curse? Keith, hey, what do you think about that? Nine's gonna walk away? I don't think so. Gotta keep this race interesting, right? It's only natural that one of my teammates would screw me over there. The 9 car Chevy does not have a win yet this season. As looking at the stats here, out of the 6 starts previous to this one, we've had 4 top 10s and 3 top 5s, so pretty consistent season, but not nearly as good as King or Atkinson prior to this race. But overall, no complaints from my end. Night and day, my Xfinity program to my truck program. I can't figure that one out for the life of me. Will be the second caution lap, which means after this we'll go green next time by. That brings everybody nice and close together. The 89 led every lap prior to the caution coming out, the first caution. We'll see if he can play catch up there. He's got about 6 cars to pass if he wants to win this one, and time's running out. We'll have about 5 to go once we go green. Not gonna be a lot of time. .48 there is a lap down. Back up there. 22's retired. I think the 24 will likely retire. If it doesn't, that's impressive. Quick look. On pit road, yeah. He'll probably retire once he's finished his tow. The field a little bit. That 82 and the 29 still, we're still battling pretty hard, even coming out of the pits. Buddy John right up there, still in the top 10. Yeah, good opportunity for some of these guys in front of the 26 to gain some points on the leader. Through the field here, where everyone's kind of at. I think the 24 did retire, finish 40th. Goes by quick. I personally think the other season went by quicker, but I was kind of thinking about every race last season. We have to do 2 races this season, so I mean, could have been on race 14 if it was just the truck series, but we're only on race 7 for both. Season 3 is going to go by even slower. Have cups there too, so. I kind of look at it as like juggling right now. Before it was pretty easy because I was just juggling 1 ball, and now I got 2 balls I'm juggling with, and then Cup Series comes out, we're gonna have 3. So it's gonna be a full-on circus act. Like the 9's looking early on the 19 there. 0 get the advantage. see if the 9 can get his first win or if one of the player cars is going to spoil the party. Looks like the 89 being very aggressive right now, already around 2 cars. Donald wants that win. Jarvie Motorsports looks like they're in great shape so far. But, of course, the third Jarvie Motorsports car brought out the second caution and did a barrel roll coming out of the pit road, so see what happens. I like to pride myself on being a good road racer, just not in this game. I didn't feel like it was worth it for me. But it's really nice to see my guy up here in a rare road course appearance up front. McDonald is on a roll. He's past 39 and he is right on the bumper now of the 0. Got 2 Jarvie Motorsports cars on the outside here. That caution might have saved McDonald from a top 6 finish to maybe even a top 3 or even a win. We'll see what happens here between the 9 and 19, but they're definitely holding up the 89. Donald deciding to go with his teammate up the S's. Looks like McDonald's going to clear Jones now, and it's just his teammate left to steal a victory. 9 has about 2 lap older tires than the 89, but you can see the difference. Even some of the guys further back just charging through the field. I don't think the 9 can hold up the 89 much longer. He is right there. 29 and the 0 are now fighting. I think the 82 wants some of that action. Looking 3 wide, does not do it. The 0 is going to come down pit road. 89 is alongside the 9 now. Your teammates, so you want to pass them clean but hard. See if that outside line has the advantage around the corner here. You don't want to be fighting too long. 89 is going to clear the 9 now. Donald to the lead. Donald is one of those drivers outside the top 12, so this could make it a little bit tighter to get into the playoffs. If he wins this one. See the pole sitter here. Anderson just cruising around for a top 5 finish. Let's get around the 19, who seems to be holding up some of the faster cars here. Looks like that 9's losing a lot of ground now. It's mind-blowing how 2 lap old tires are that much slower. Lap 22, 2 laps to go. Like Brandon Jones is going to throw the block on Alonso. He's 29 and 82 have been fighting the whole race. 82 just can't seem to get around the 29, even though he seems a little bit faster. Can't get the pass done. Now the 17 of Anderson's making a charge. You saw this car was a little bit better on the long runs. And oh, huge wreck. Oh my god. Huge wreck coming out of the S's. The 82 and 17 wreck. That'll likely bring out the caution to end the race. Or any other cars involved. You can see the 17's still going very slow and we're still wrecking. Oh my god. Anderson just, oh, every crunch is just harder than the last one. Huge wreck, and they're still wrecking now. Oh my god, the 82 and the 84. This just went from a good race to a bad race for Hughes Motorsports, potentially losing 2 cars now. Oh my god. Massive wreck. 21 of the Leon is all banged up. She was having a great race. E4 quickly gonna retire. But coming under caution, McDonald takes the caution in first. Looks like Alonso beat Jarvie to the line. Another good finish for our points leader, Nicholas King. Wow. Go back and watch that, but that was quite the wreck. Let's see who was at fault. Looks like there's a bit of dispute happening in the chat. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of this one. Like the 17 kind of just poked his nose there. Almost a little too soon. 17, looks like the 82 didn't see the 17 on the inside, and I'm gonna ping this one on the 82. Points leader also nearly involved in that. 80 or the 2 of John getting a big piece. And then you can see how slower, or how much slower the Anderson's going compared to the rest of the field. Huge swarm of cars here, all checked up, and they're all coming right there. The 92 is involved, and oh my god, oh, huge wreck. But it's racing, man. Back live here. Looks like McDonald, barring any mechanical failures, he'll get his first win. Just 2 more turns to go. Another good road course result for Alonso there. Him and the 82 were having a dynamite battle all race long, but like the 82 kind of just, he was looking too forward and wasn't looking in his mirror enough and didn't see that 17 on his inside. Too focused on that 29 car. Good results for some of these drivers that weren't expecting it today. Especially the 89. I'm very impressed with how he handled today. It looks like the 39 is going to come down pit road. Sacrifice his positions. Very nice of him. But it's going to be RJ McDonald with his first Xfinity Series win. First win for Jarvie Motorsports in the Xfinity Series. I know that camp has been a little bit down and out with their luck, but you know, 1 and 3 finish is an excellent result. Of course, finishing 40th as well, but let's not about that. Oof. Looks like a couple retirements from that. Looks like we had the 17 and 84 officially retire. We'll see if there's anybody else post-race who has not managed to get to the checkered. Wow. Pretty, a lot more interesting than the Truck Series race. There's a lot more action in this one. I like that. But wow, what a race. Here are your official standings. Looks like the race is completed now. But a few cars that did not make the finish line. Good race for Price in his first race. Top 20. How about the small steps right there? Let's see the 39. Yeah, he gave up quite a few positions. He was having a top 10 and just decided to pull down pit road, and like King got a top 10 because of it, so a nice confidence booster for King. But rounding out your top 10, we got the McDonald, Alonso, Jarvie, King, Nicholas King. We got Jones, who's a player car. We got Carpentier, Murphy, John, and Wayne King, rounding out your top 10. A couple of the AI cars got involved there because of their good pit strategy. Ooh, yeah, definitely more fun to watch than the Truck Series. A lot more drama, even though some of your cars didn't finish because of it, Matt. But interesting stuff. I liked it. That was a fun race. We'll definitely come back to Watkins Glen. That was kind of an experiment. I wanted to see how well they would run, and looks like it was a success, at least for the Xfinity cars. But that's it for road course racing this week. Looks like we're going to be going, where are we next? I think we're doing same track for both series, and we'll be doing Darlington for a nice throwback. guess we'll do it throwback week for Mondays of Thunder offline. And then for trucks, we'll be doing Knoxville, and Xfinity will be doing Indianapolis. So that'll be fun. I have a feeling Indianapolis is going to be kind of a carnage fest. Usually is. It'll be fun. Knoxville was pretty interesting last season. Of course, that was the last time Carlos Perez won a race, so went on a full season now without winning. It'll be tough for him to swallow if he can't get that hump off his back. Hey Jess, you just came for the final 3 minutes. Alonso had a great race. In case you missed that, you can go back and rewatch the truck race. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but your guy did pretty good today. And guess that's it for now. If you want to rewatch, go right ahead, Jess. It's all yours. But for now, that's it. I'm going to update everything, and we'll get back to racing in a few days' time. Probably, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday type deal. All right, so we'll see you at the next one. Take care.